Hello guys, welcome to the third video of OBS tutorial session. In this tutorial, we'll be walking you through one of the examples that I mentioned in the first video of our sessions. So in that, we talked about how we can use OBS Studio to essentially easily manage presentations in an award ceremony or some other form of an event, right? We can use how there I said how we can seamlessly interchange between a logo loop that we have for the award ceremony and also the presentation that is being presented in the award ceremony without having the hassle to change the whatever changing the whatever the thing that you're going to be presenting through the projector while everyone else in the audience is watching you changing the presentation from the logo loop and all that, right? Okay, so the way we do that is essentially, so since we already have a scene created in the scenes doc, I'm gonna rename it to the presentation just so that I can identify it very easily. And then under the sources doc, I'm going to be selecting the presentation that I am going to be presenting, right? But before I select the presentation, there are some things that I want to change about the presentation. So once you do open up your presentation, and under the slideshow tab, you need to go to setup slideshow. In the setup slideshow, you have to select browse by an individual window. So what this does is essentially when you have presented by a speaker full screen option, when you click on slideshow, it's going to be entirely full screen and you can't like move or go anywhere from this, right? Yeah, so that's what's about this presented by speaker full screen option. But instead now we're going to be selecting browsed by an individual window. So what this does is when I select this option, now whenever I go to slideshow view, now this is actually a window and I can actually like reduce the size of this and all that, but still be able to like navigate through my presentation as well, right? Yeah, so I'm going to be selecting that option if in the presentation, and now I can just keep it there, and I'm going to OBS, and under sources I'm going to go to Windows Capture, a new Windows Capture, and from that I'm going to be selecting my PowerPoint slideshow as my window to be captured. I'm going to click it OK, and since we have it like a small way like this, now you can see that it's only taking part of the screen, right? What I can do for this is I'm going to right click on it, go to transform, and I'm going to click on fit to screen, and now you can see it's going to be fitting to screen, but there's going to be still a little bit of black bars left on either side and on the bottom as well. So what I can do for that is actually I can just very slightly adjust this so that yeah, so that that won't be displayed in my screen, right? Okay, now there's a very slight overlap, but it's completely fine because my objective is achieved. I'm not showing these small black bars on my presentation screen, right? Yes, okay, now it's fine. There's a small overlap, but it's completely fine because whatever that's been shown on this canvas is what's going to be shown on the that's what you're going to be streaming or recording or whatever thing that you're going to be doing, right? Okay, so now I have my presentation and I can like completely control it like this. I can navigate through the slides and they're going to be displayed, right? Okay, now moving on to the loop part, right? Okay, I'll just click this on and go here. Okay, now for the loop, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go on the scenes and I'm going to create a new scene, and I'm going to call that video loop, right? Okay, now I have a new scene, and under that I can select another source now. So under that sources, I'm going to be selecting a media source, create new media source, and I can select a file that I want, right? I already created a loop for this and I can select it from here. Yeah, and since this is a video loop, I'm gonna tick this loop icon so that the video will be like looping on, like it will be repeating, right, on stretch. So I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna click OK. And yeah, as you can see, the video is going on, and so and it's constantly looping, right? It's constantly looping. And so the interesting thing about this is, now whenever I want to go back to the presentation, I can just click on the scenes presentation, and it's gonna like fade into the presentation panel. And when you are like projecting this, what the audience is going to be simply seeing is, they're going to be simply seeing the presentation right now. And when I'm going to be clicking on the video loop, and now they're going to be clicking on like seeing the video loop. And you can very efficiently control the presentation and the video, like transition between the video loop and the presentation in this way very easily. And if you want to change how they transition, like there are a couple of transitions that you can select, the cut, the fade, the swipe, but from out of the, and you can like select other stuff as from now new effects from here as well. And yeah, and you can also change the duration. Currently it's set to 700, but if you want like faster transitions, maybe you can set it to like 100 milliseconds, and it's gonna go faster, right? See, it's gonna go faster. But currently I prefer it to be 700 milliseconds. That's fine. And yeah, now they'll be very seamlessly interchanging between those two. And yeah, so this is how you implement OBS Studio for a presentation plus video loop during an event, for an event presentation. So once again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for another video. Thank you.